Hi everybody! Okay, today's video, and I guess I gotta make it quick because, okay, my webcam keeps messing up. Why am I having these problems? I don't think it's my actual webcam. I think it's like YouTube's webcam option for recording your videos. Okay, if somebody can shed some light on why this thing keeps messing up and losing connection, please tell me. It's not that I have other things on the internet going on right now. It just keeps disconnecting. So like I said, I guess I have to make this one quick. This is about you guessed it, reptilian stuff. Okay. Now let me just start by saying I do believe in other alien intelligent beings. Okay, I'm not denouncing that there isn't alien beings out there. I'm just explaining why I have a hard time believing that um reptilians exist. Okay, and not even their existence, but I don't know. I'm just saying things that I have found kind of holes in, okay, and why how I'm seeing it, okay, with the information that I'm given, and I'm just yeah, well, this doesn't make sense and that doesn't make sense, and I'm trying to piece together, where there could be some validity in this, and I'm running short. I'm not finding anything. Okay, so let me start by saying this, okay? It started with David Icke. He's the one that started all of this, okay? David Icke is the one that started talking about reptilians and started connecting the ancient Egyptian and Sumerian history, you know, to the ancient reptilian gods, and then kind of painted this picture for us that they're the elites are actually reptilian shapeshifters living amongst us, and they're all part of this new world order takeover shit. So the new world order thing, I'm not denouncing that at all. Okay, that's a different subject altogether. Okay, but it's the whole just reptilian thing. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Okay, and I've watched probably almost 100 videos. I probably watched maybe shy of that. I probably watched 55 videos. Okay, um, over the course of a few years about reptilian things. So and I've tried to find not repeat information, just searching for real, solid stuff, and I can't find it. Okay, so let me start by saying this. Okay, since it started with David Icke, okay, and he will say that they worshipped the ancient iguana gods, so the Anunnaki. Okay, so let me just say this, okay? The Egyptians and Sumerians worshipped many animal-like gods, okay? Just go look it up, okay? My question is, why is the reptilians so, highly revered? Why is, he drawing so much attention to the lizard people, okay? Because if, the lizard gods were real, then who's to say all the other animal gods that they worshipped aren't real, too? Is there shape-shifting cat gods that we don't even know about, and they're just with us all the time? Who knows? Okay, why is there so much emphasis on lizard gods and not all the other gods that the Egyptians and Sumerians worshipped? Okay, because then that means there's some hippopotamus gods out there, hippopotamus aliens, and some cat aliens and dog aliens and all sorts of other stuff. So that's my one thing that I'm just okay, why just those? Why not everything else? I mean, I'm not denouncing anything, so there you go. Who can say that I'm wrong? You don't know. So okay, that being said, okay, this is something that I always seem to try to find and point out when I'm trying to make a point about anything on whether it's real or not. Okay, is, for instance, okay, like I said, I'm not denouncing aliens in general, because history will show you anywhere from the 1900s, 1800s, 1700s, friggin' history, okay? There have been accounts, and interviews and stuff in the newspaper of flying objects in the sky, people saying they've met gray aliens, abduction cases. There has been numerous accounts of people seeing the gray aliens. Okay. And not just a couple random famous people, tons of everyday you and me people. Okay. So this is the point that I'm making. Okay. um, ever since David Icke came up with the reptilians, ever since after he mentioned it, all of a sudden you have people saying that they've seen, these lizard aliens and that they're real and blah 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 and they're bad people and all this. Okay, so I'm gonna do like a little timeline for you here, and since all right, the computer is really backwards. Okay, so let's say this is where the like ancient history was like, okay, the Egyptians and the Sumerians were like, they exist, lizard people gods exist, okay, and then here's where David Icke is like, talking about the lizard people living amongst us, okay. All this in between space, there hasn't been mention of lizard people from like everyday you and me people, like in the 1900s, 1800s, so on and so forth. Okay, there's a huge time lapse of accounts of lizard aliens. Okay, so that's the point that I'm making, is you have like ancient history saying about it, and then okay, then it stops. Then there's like no, conversations about like, anybody saying that they met like aliens and they look like lizard people and shit. Okay, and then you have David Icke who mentions it, and then all of a sudden it takes off. So like, where's the in between? People have been talking about gray aliens for all this in between time, but not lizard aliens. So that's where I'm kind of like, really? Like, what's up with that? How come we're missing? Okay, and so like maybe there's claims that they decided like not to visit us for a while, or like other aliens were like, you're not allowed on Earth anymore. They're battling for Earth because frickin' Earth is wonderful. Yeah, we're turning it to shit, okay? It's not that great. I'm pretty sure there's probably like lots of other beautiful planets out there that could be inhabited. So why this one out of the galaxies in the whole entire solar system? So yeah, that's the other point that I'm going to make. Okay, the next point I'm going to make is one that, I see tons of videos on. Okay, tons of videos, and I'm like debunking like all of these specific types of videos, because like if these things are real, these video claims, oh my god, sorry about that, my kids are going out of control right now. Okay, so you got the videos of people like, claiming they found like news reporters and all this shit, and like the secret agents, and the political figures and everybody, and they're showing that like they're shape shifting on TV. Okay, now like I said before, why was there not any attention drawn to this before the mention of reptilians? Only now that reptilians are popular is it ever mentioned. Okay, so yeah. Okay, if this whole like video like shit where things like, oh my god, the face is transforming. Let me just say, first off, there are tons of videos out there where people are photoshopping in. What they're doing is, because you'll watch the clip, okay, and what they're doing, and as soon as it's digitalized, all of a sudden it's like, you see like these scales and shit, but you can like tell that like that shit is like digitally engineered, like Photoshop shit, okay, but then there's other videos where they're like, oh, you can see their face like mutating and changing, and all the pixelization going on. Okay, let me just say this, okay, electronics malfunction. The waves, like it's like when you lose your Wi-Fi for a second. Okay, when that happens, like when you're recording something, even now when I'm recording something, there could be a point in time, and I've seen it in other videos, where like it pauses for a second, okay, and then you like move, and so like it kind of like your face looks a little jumbled for like a split second, because you either are moving too fast for the camera or something. Like, it happens. Okay, and if this is true, that your face only pixelates on video because you're a shapeshifter, well then I must be a frickin' shapeshifter then, huh? I must be, because you know what, that's happened to me before. Oh, guess what? It's happened to me in pictures too. Guess what? My eyes glow. And not like normal glow either, like not like just yellow or just red. Like I get like demon eyes and shit, like just crazy glowing effects. Especially when I'm working out for some reason, even though I take multiple pictures from the same angle, and then all of a sudden, like, my eyeballs change. Guess what? My whole family's eyeballs glow. Okay, that doesn't freaking say anything. Okay, I'm sick of this whole like shit. Like, when they show like the videos and stuff, and they're like, showing, and all of a sudden her eye, like you can see the pupil like mutated and shit. Like, it's the lighting. Okay, it is the lighting. Okay, and I know this for a fact because I've made another video and I've mentioned this before. Okay, my husband's pupils look like they change sometimes, and it is the lighting. Okay, and I can tell because what I do is I'm looking at my husband, I'm looking at his eyes, and all of a sudden it looks like his freaking pupils are like either weird shaped or ginormous, and I'm just like staring, staring, like waiting for them to go away, and then I'm like, oh, let me just go like this. Okay, yeah, no, it was just like a shadow that was like being, shined on his eyeball that made his pupils look like they were moving. But it was really just a shadow, okay? And because your eyes are glossy, the shadow like reflects and just kind of makes your eyeball look like it's changing. So I just got to debunk like a lot of those videos because like that isn't enough proof for me. I'm sorry, that's not enough proof for me. Okay, now if I, I would love to meet some of these like aliens that you connect, these shapeshifters. I'd love to meet them in person because without like getting too much detail into this, I have like a very strong like kind of empathetic psychic reading. Like I could be like probably one of those people that like does like your fortune telling or something. Okay, I can just immediately tell within seconds like what person they are. Like I don't know, like the projection of people, I can soak in like stories and just what they're thinking about. Like I'm just very, I guess the word's empathetic. I don't know because it's not technically mind reader because if they were like, oh, read my mind, I'm thinking of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, like that's not going to be what comes to mind. It's going to be like life experiences, what they're projecting out of themselves, you know. So I mean, I can't necessarily read your mind if you're thinking about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but I can tell, if somebody is good-hearted, good-natured. I can tell if they've done bad things. Like, so, give me one of these alien reptilian people, okay? Let me talk to them, okay? Because guaranteed I'll be able to tell, like, oh, they're bad people, okay? Or, oh, this is a bunch of bull. They're not an alien at all. So, yeah, let me just finish with this. Okay, David Icke claims, okay, after he made, like, all these claims about the reptilians and the New World Order and stuff like that. And like I said, like I'm not debunking the whole like World Order conspiracy thing because I do believe like that we are moving towards something where we are all connected, and kind of moving as one unit. Obviously that goes into a lot more detail, but I'm not going to get into it in this video. However, and also, like, the whole, like, blue bloods thing, I'm not debunking that necessarily either, because I found out somewhere that, certain colleges, like, I guess prestigious colleges, do tend to, well, I guess not all of them, but I guess some of them, I don't know. My husband was telling me that somewhere he read that, like, certain prestigious colleges teaches, weird courses, and one of them, like, that he's heard of involved, like, um, survival of the fittest type of course. Now, I don't know the details of this. I've tried researching this. If it's from a prestigious school of any sort, like, obviously, we're not going to be able to find information on it unless it's somebody that did that course and can tell us straight up. So I'm not, like, saying, like, debunking the whole, like, keeping their blood strong, because I believe that that's a good possibility. I believe that, like, even through history, people have done that where, you breed with somebody who, like, produce good genes, okay? And this has happened throughout cultures for centuries where pretty much, like, you're matched with somebody who, you don't want to reproduce with somebody who's going to have, like, weak disease or conditions, or whatever. So that's why I'm not debunking the whole, like, trying to keep the blue bloods, solid or whatever. But anyways, so David Icke claims that he's a reptilian. David Ick, can I meet you in person? Okay. Let me just say this too. There's somebody at my gym that actually kind of looks like David Ick. It's weird because he just started coming not too long ago, and there's somebody. And every time I see him, I'm like, oh, that looks like David Ick. So yeah, David Ick says he's an alien. I'm kind of like debunking that whole thing. I just find it weird that A, he's an alien, B, that he would claim that he's an alien. He just doesn't seem like an alien to me. There's not enough mysticism in him. Like, usually you can, like, kind of vibe out people, okay? And if they have, like, enough, mysticism, meaning, like, for me, like, a mysterious element. He doesn't really have a mysterious element. He just kind of seems like I don't know, is he British? Is he British or English or something? Whatever nationality he is, he just kind of seems like just kind of like some dude from freaking like the UK or whatever. You know, he's got a weird accent and speaks very well, and like that's about it. Like there's nothing mysterious or strange about him aside from the stories that he tells. He's just kind of a regular dude. So that's why I find it hard to believe he's an alien. Like, you know, you ever meet like those people that are like really like just strange, they're odd, like they walk into a room and you just kind of like something's not right about that person. Like, not that it's bad, but you can't get a vibe from somebody. You're just kind of like, I don't know what it is, but they're different, you know? I think that's like kind of an instinctual thing, and if anything, those people that you just can't wrap your head around, those are probably like people that I would rule towards more being like of an alien origin, okay, whether they are or not. But I'm just saying, like, I don't get that vibe with David Ick. Like, if I was to meet him in a room, I'm pretty sure, like, he'd be like, hey, how you doing? Da 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 da, and I'd be like, ha ha, yeah, you're not an alien. Shapeshift for me, okay? I want proof. I want proof. And if he's like, oh, well, I can't for yada yada reason, well, then I'm going to be like, oh, you're full of bullshit then, because the news reporters shapeshift all the time. And, you know, the political figures shapeshift all the time. And you'd think if they were going to shapeshift, they'd do it at home, not like on camera for the entire world to see. So, David, shapeshift for me. I want to see it. Yay! In real life, too, not on video. Because there's too much editing you can do on video. So, that was my fun, long rant on reptilians. Like I said, I just was browsing through some alien videos lately, and, you know, I found the reptilian thing, and so I wanted to do a video on it, because it's just, like, the one, like, alien-type conspiracy I just can't, like, I can't figure out. So, alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, bye!